Hey everyone, today's video is about when you have a severe eating disorder. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You stared at the mirror in your shared bedroom, turning your body from side to side. The shirts you wore hung loosely on your frame, and yet your mind was fixated on the small details that no one else would ever notice. You pulled at the fabric, wishing that it was looser, wishing you were smaller. Babe, are you in here? Kirishima's warm voice called from the doorway, pulling you out of your thoughts. You hastily dropped your hands and turned to face him. Yes, just getting dressed, you said, forcing a small smile. Kirishima tilted his head slightly, his sharp crimson eyes narrowing with concern. You've been quiet all morning. Are you okay? Before he could answer, Bakugo stepped into the room behind him, his sharp gaze immediately locking onto you. You didn't eat breakfast again, he stated flatly, his voice carrying a hint of irritation masked by worry. I wasn't hungry, you replied, avoiding their eyes. You hoped they would drop the subject, but knowing them, that was very unlikely. Bullshit, Bakugo snapped, crossing his arms. You haven't been really hungry for days. What's really going on? Kirishima stepped closer, his demeanor softened, but no less concerned. We're worried about you, he said gently. You've been skipping meals, and you barely touch your food when you do eat. You opened your mouth to protest, but Bakugo cut you off. Don't even try lying. We're not idiots. It's not a big deal, you muttered, lowering your gaze. I'm just trying to lose a little weight. Bakugo's eyes flared with anger, but Kirishima quickly placed a calming hand on his shoulder. Why? Kirishima asked, his voice tinged with sadness. You're perfect the way you are. I'm not, you whispered, your voice trembling. I look at myself, and all I see are flaws. I just want to feel better about myself. Bakugo took a step closer, his expression softening in a way that he rarely allowed anyone but you and Kirishima to see. You're an idiot if you think that's the case. Why, if you think starving yourself is the answer, do you have any idea what's that doing to you, to us? Kirishima knelt in front of you, his large hands gently taking yours. We love you, he said, his voice earnest. Not because of how you look, but because of who you are. And it hurts us to see you like this. Tears welled up in your eyes as you looked between them. I don't know how to stop feeling this way. Bakugo sighed, running a hand through his hair. You don't have to do it alone, dumbass. We're here for you, and we'll help you. Kirishima nodded, squeezing your hands. We'll do whatever it takes. Therapy, meal plans, anything you need, but you have to let us in. For a moment, the weight of their words pressed against you, and you felt a glimmer of hope breaking through the dark cloud that had consumed you. I'm scared, you admitted, your voice barely above a whisper. Bakugo crouched beside Kirishima, his hand brushing against your cheek. You don't have to do this alone, he said firmly. We've got you. Kirishima leaned in, pressing a gentle kiss to your forehead. One step at a time, okay? You nodded, tears streaming down your face. For the first time in what felt like forever, you allowed yourself to lean on them, their unwavering support grounding you. They held you close, their warmth and love a stark contrast to the cold isolation that you had been drowning in. As the day turned into week, they stayed true to their word. Bakugo cooked meals that were both nourishing and comforting. His sharp tongue softened when encouraging you to eat. Kirishima kept you active, taking you on hikes and encouraging you to see your body for the strong, capable vessel it was. And through it all, they reminded you every day just how much they loved you, not for how you looked, but for who you were. You're not alone in this, Kirishima whispered one night, as the three of you lay together in bed, tangled. We'll fight this together, Lion. Damn right we will, Bakugo added, his voice gruff but full of conviction. You're stuck with us, and so get used to it. And as he drifted off to sleep, surrounded by their warmth, he began to believe that maybe, just maybe, you could learn to see yourself the way you were. Months later, they stood in front of the mirror again, but this time it was different. You weren't picking yourself apart or wishing to disappear. Instead, you saw the strength in your arms from the hikes with Kirishima and the glow in your skin from the meals Bakugo insisted on preparing. A pair of strong arms wrapped around your waist, pulling you back into a warm chest. What are you thinking about? Kirishima asked softly, his chin resting on your shoulder. Bakugo appeared on your side, his hand sliding into yours. You'd better not be criticizing yourself again, he muttered, but there was a smirk tugging at his lips. He smiled, leaning into their warmth. No, he whispered. I was just thanking the universe for you two, for being in my life. Damn right you should. Bakugo teased, but his hand squeezed yours gently. Kirishima chuckled, pressing a kiss to your temple. We're proud of you, Ion, he said, his voice filled with sincerity. You've come so far. And for the first time you believed them. You weren't perfect, but you were healing, and with them by your side, you knew you'd keep moving together, forward. That evening, as the three of you sat on the couch, tangled in each other's arms, Kirishima handed you a small photo frame. Inside was a picture of the three of you from a recent hike. Your cheeks were flushed, Bakugo's arm slung protectively around your shoulder, and Kirishima grinned widely beside you. I thought maybe this would remind you of how strong you are, Kirishima said, his voice soft, and how much we love you. Bakugo smirked, ruffling your hair. Every time you doubt yourself, look at that picture, and remember, you've got us, and we're not going anywhere. Tears pricked your eyes. Yeah, thank you. And you hugged the frame to your chest. For the first time in a long time, you felt a deep warmth settle in your heart. You weren't just surviving anymore. You were living, and with them, you knew you'd never have to face anything alone again. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.